This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Give them a call, 727-9900. News is also brought to you by Desert View Hospital. You can count on us.
Welcome to News 25 here on KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio. Today is Wednesday, June 22nd. Well, it's the 50th anniversary of the Freedom Festival. John and Eddie O'Brien tell us what to expect.
Well, our Freedom Festival, this is the 50th annual Freedom Festival. We started the tradition, the fire department started in 1972. And it being the 50th year, we've got a lot of special things that we planned for it. Our theme was come over the hump for the Big Bang and Pahrump. The firefighters have their big guns aimed at the sky. And we were the only people in the state of Nevada ever to shoot a 16-inch shell from Petrack Park and anywhere in the state of Nevada. So we were able to shoot shells that nobody else could. We shot 8s, 10s, and 12s. In fact, we shot almost 100 of those large shells every show.
Yeah.
For safety reasons, what we've done is our show is shot digitally, and it's shot with an electronic firing board with multiple safety features in it. Lots and lots of sound. Bring your radios. And can we tune them in now on your phones now if you go up to the app? 103.1 KACE radio. Bring your earbuds, bring your Bluetooths. That way you've got the sound in the ear and you're going to have all the thunder on your chest, I guarantee you.
We've kind of started diving into that for the most part, but we still have to solidify certain things with it. As far as like I choose the music, and sometimes he chooses the music too, but he kind of filters things out that he believes that would be beneficial for the show. So yeah, it's the music, in my opinion, it translates to what we're going through currently, and what just exactly freedom in general, and that's what you hear within the music. So technically it's contracted for 22 and a half minutes,
but we never abide by that. You know that.
Right now I do not have the exact count, the exact time for the show, because the music is not completed yet. But 22 and a half minutes, just expect for it to be that long.
It'll be a 30-minute program with KACE Radio, and there'll be some introductions and some pre-show, and then we'll have the music track, and then, of course, the finale. What a finale. Over 4 minutes.
You know what the crazy part is we were talking about that, and Jimmy and Courtney, and we were discussing that after Fall Festival, because we did the low-level device show for the Fall Festival. And they said, hey, they approached us and they said, hey, what's it going to take to be able to make it bigger for the 4th? And we talked, we collaborated, and Jimmy was able to secure extra funds for us to be able to put towards the show through the town of Pahrump. And
our contributions also.
Exactly.
So it's going to be a big show.
We're expected to have a lot of stuff going up at the end, for sure.
We're going to have some shells at the very end to celebrate the 50th. And gold is the color. So we're going to have a lot of gold coming to the ground. 9 o'clock.
9 p.m. Tune in. Obviously, we're going to have the music going in the park. Music for sure going in the park. You got the east and west side of the surrounding the rodeo that you can view it from. Obviously, people, they like to be farther away because they want to have bigger view. You could be, in my opinion, you want to be really close up, like right behind it. Obviously, you have the surrounding fencing obviously it's federal law that has to surround that area. And please don't go into that area. Otherwise, I'd have to shut everything down. So, but yeah, it's behind there, near the pool, baseball areas, all that. That's really good spots.
I can't wait. That's going to be so much fun. Well, a man that is reportedly homeless who spends time in Petrack Park allegedly broke into the planning department, code compliance, and public administrator offices located at 250 South Highway 160 recently. The Nye County Sheriff's Office report that they have arrested an individual by the name of John Medicale Mallory for burglary of a business and destroying property of another. According to the Nye County Sheriff's Office declaration of arrest on June 13th, deputies were dispatched to the planning department at 250 North Highway 160 here in Pahrump in reference to a burglary. Upon arrival, they met with staff members who stated that someone had burglarized that building. They said that their office had been gone through and that property was missing. There was also approval and denial stamps along the walls inside the planning department. A code compliance officer stated that her office was trashed and photos and pictures were taken from her walls. 4 panels to her ceiling were also removed. Other employees had stamps in random places in their offices. The public administrator also told police that a male had entered her office multiple times on the Friday prior. She said that the male had stated that he was looking for drugs, services, and the office where he was doing drugs and spent the night at. She called the Nye County Sheriff's Office, and they identified the male as being Mr. John Mallory. Mallory is said to be a homeless individual that was living in Petrick Park. Deputies were able to catch up with Mallory on the north side of the Bob Roode Community Center. They asked Mallory about the planning building, and they say that he admitted that he was inside that facility, but not by his own will. According to the report, he stated when he noticed one of the doors was open, he felt as if he was pulled in. Mallory allegedly admitted to taking some of the photos and stampers. Police say he also admitted to stamping the walls inside the building. When asked why he did this, he said that he was in the building to clean and was investigating his office. Mallory was placed into custody and transported to the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center. Much more news when we return in a moment.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on. This segment of the news is brought to you by Sunset Valley Pools. For quality service and supplies, call 775-513-4114.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, additional charges are being sought for a local woman who has been arrested previously for 2 separate cases involving embezzlement. Kristen Swan is facing additional charges in relation to her 2021 arrest when she was co-owner of a bakery here in Pahrump called Sugar and Spice. According to the declaration of arrest on June 7th, Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies were contacted by the current and sole owner of that facility, saying that they suspected that Swan had embezzled more money from the business. They say, according to the report, that she was using her own personal Square baking account to do so. On April 27th of this year, deputies say that they served a search warrant to Square Financial for bank records. The current owner of Sugar and Spice and Kristen Swan had begun their business partnership in March of 2019, according to the report. The deputy says that he found several transactions, all of them that were consistent with catering and bakery food orders. Those occurred between January 13th of 2020 and December 14th of 2021. In December, the partnership had dissolved. Police say between January 13th of 2020 and December 15th of 2020, they found a total of 14 transactions, now totaling $10,104. According to the investigation, they say that none of these transactions or funds were placed into the business account, and the deputies were able to contact several payees who stated that they were doing business solely with Kristen Swan independently. This latest violation states that they believe that Swan was entrusted with money and turned it in for her own personal gain. These transactions were over a period of 6 months from the original embezzlement charges that she is facing from November of 2021 with the same victim. Swan was also arrested for embezzlement with the Pahrump Arts Council in 2020. The original arrest in November of 2020 states that Swan is responsible for over $7,000 in charges. Well, KPVM TV has been busy between the graduation from Pahrump Valley High School Miss Pahrump pageant and Miss Senior Golden Years. We've been making some DVDs and digital copies. If you would like to get one of any of those three events, you can give us a call, 775-727-9400, extension 201, and especially for Miss Pahrump and Ms. Senior Golden Years, you can email me, Deanna@kpvm.tv. Once again, the phone number is 775-727-9400, extension 201, to order a digital copy or DVD of these events. And as summer officially begins and people gather for holiday celebrations, the American Red Cross reminds communities that patients are counting now on the generosity of blood donors, especially around the 4th of July. The Red Cross sees about 21% decline in blood donations during the holiday weeks, including Independence Day. When blood donations drop, so does the blood supply, making it extremely challenging to ensure blood is available when hospitals need it. By scheduling and, more importantly, keeping appointments here in July, donors can help provide for those in immediate need of life-saving care. To schedule an appointment or to donate, visit redcrossblood.org, or you can give them a call, 1-800-RED-CROSS. Well, the CDC is now recommending that children who are 6 months to 5 years old get either the Moderna or Pfizer vaccine for COVID-19. So how exactly does the process work, and what do parents need to know?
Vaccines have already been studied. They've been tested in several thousand children, so their children would not be the first. And what we have seen with the other vaccine products is the 5 to 11-year-old age group has tolerated the vaccine beautifully.
Dr. Kimberly Giuliano is a pediatrician for Cleveland Clinic's Children's. She says there are some slight differences between the Moderna and Pfizer vaccines. For example, Moderna's age limit is 5 years old, while Pfizer's is 4 years old. Moderna also uses a 2-dose series, while Pfizer uses a 3-dose series. With that being said, both vaccines are extremely safe and effective. Dr. Giuliano says side effects from the vaccines are possible. They can include soreness, fever, fussiness, sleepiness, and localized redness and swelling at the injection site.
No side effects or mild side effects. It's best just to let them run their course. But if a child's running a high fever, is really fussy, really uncomfortable, then it is fine and safe to go ahead and give a dose of a pain relieving medication.
And Dr. Giuliano notes that the vaccine for this age group come in a lower dose, so they're not receiving the same amount that an adult would. Parents also don't need to worry about timing. She says the COVID vaccine will not interfere with other immunizations. News 25 will return on the other side of this break.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. Also brought to you by Silver State Health. Visit silverstatehealth.org or call 702-471-0420 for an appointment. News 25, local news you can count on.
Well, the Nevada Division of Child and Family Services partnering with Nye Communities Coalition to host a foster care panel. That's on June 25th from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. That's this Saturday at Nye Communities Coalition, located at 1020 East Wilson Road here in Pahrump. The panel discussion is free and open to the public and will include a question and answer session featuring foster parents, social workers, and department officials. No commitment is required, but families can learn about the many ways to help foster children in rural Nevada through fostering, volunteering, and organizing service projects. Foster parents can be single or married, work full or part-time, and rent or own their own home. Foster parents also receive a stipend to help with food, housing, clothing, and educational supplies. Foster care training is entirely online and starts on July 12th. The 20-hour training program, video conferenced over Microsoft Teams, includes instruction, discussion, small group exercises, films, and presentations by current foster parents, grown-up former foster youth, birth parents, and family court judges. About 400 children in foster care are here in rural Nevada. The highest percentage rate is 64% of children were removed for neglect, inadequate supervision, and shelter, medical neglect, and failure to protect from harm. Most of the children in rural Nevada foster care will spend about 14 weeks with their foster families before reunifying with their first families. About 57% of children entering Nevada foster care reunite with their family. Pahrump illustrates the dire need for more rural Nevada foster families. Currently, Pahrump has 7 family foster homes licensed to take children into care. 6 are full or on hold. Once again, that's this Saturday, and you can find out more by giving them a phone call. 775-727-9970 is the number for Night Communities Coalition. Once again, 1020 East Wilson Road from 11 to 1. According to the Nevada Department of Employment, Training, and Rehabilitation's May 2022 economic report, the state's seasonally adjusted unemployment rate was 4.9% in May, which decreased by 0.1% from April. Seasonally adjusted estimates account for regularly seen economic patterns, with the following estimates not seasonally adjusted. In the 3 metropolitan statistical areas, the unemployment rates were 5.2% in Las Vegas, 2.9% in Reno, and 3.2% in Carson City in May. In Nevada's counties, the lowest unemployment rate was in Eureka at 2.3%, and Clark County had the highest at 5.2%.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, it's been kind of a little bit of a different day today. A little bit of surprise this morning, and we still got some clouds hanging, and we're going to find out more right after this break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios. And surprise, where did this rain come from? Well, I'll tell you the truth, we take a look at the percentage of the chance that there's a chance of precipitation. Yesterday at airtime, it was 13%. We usually don't mention it if it's under 15. Whoever had the over-under on rain for today, man, you're really cashing in. Way to go. Out in Fernley and Fallon, it's 92 degrees. Carson City had 88. Tonopah and on down the rest of the state, everybody's got rain. Rain in Tonopah at 75 degrees. Feels pretty good. A little better in Goldfield at 74. That's the cool spot in the state today. Beatty, you saw 85, 90 out in Amargosa, 95 in Las Vegas. It's about 10 degrees cooler than yesterday. Probably feels pretty good. 97 out there in Death Valley. Didn't even hit triple digits. What? Here in the paradise of Pahrump, it's 90. Well, it was 91 earlier. It's 89. That's our current temperature. Partly cloudy sky is going to give us a beautiful sunset this evening. Sun rose this morning at 5:26 a.m. under this little smattering of rain clouds. And setting this evening at 8:05. It's going to be gorgeous colors in the sky, with all the clouds, helping it along. A low tonight, 69 degrees. Northeasterly winds at 12 miles per hour. How about tomorrow? Is this rain going to hang in there? Well, I'll tell you, it's about a 13% chance once again. But should be sunny. Should be sunny throughout the day, throughout the next 5-6 days, actually. Temperatures range from the high 90s into triple digits come Saturday. Going to be a beautiful triple-digit Saturday, with winds moderate at 13 miles per hour. Sunday looking pretty good. They're actually throughout the rest of the week. Might see a little cloud show up next Wednesday, and won't that be so pretty in the sky? We'll look forward to that. Back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
Thanks so much, John. Well, we do have a couple of things that are coming up, and a couple of them are right there in Beatty. Beatty has a volunteer fire department, and they are recognizing their local emergency service volunteers. So if you're interested in going and you're in Beatty, or if you just want to go and you're in the surrounding areas, Monday, June 27th, right there at the Beatty Community Center, right inside their large room, during the Beatty Town Advisory Board meeting. You can stop on by, find out more about what great things that these volunteers do. And of course, they are having the Mammo Van going up there in Beatty soon. If you would like to schedule an appointment, and that would be Friday, August 5th, 8:40 to 3:40, they're going to be there at the Beatty Senior Center at 150 Avenue A in Beatty. You can give them a call, 877-581-6266, press option 1, 877-581-6266. If you miss any of these things, we always put them up on our KPVM Facebook page. Retired Senior Volunteer Program, or RSVP, is also having a really great gas card giveaway, and you can spend $20 per ticket. They're going to be giving away a $1,000 Smith's gas card, and you can buy your ticket by just giving a call, 702-845-4748. You can even stop by Nye Communities Coalition. They are in room 38 at 1020 East Wilson Road, and they are going to be selling these tickets through August 31st, and September 5th is when they're going to be doing that drawing. The Pahrump Valley Rotary is having a $10,000 cash extravaganza. They're selling tickets right now, but there's a limit on tickets. That's 350 raffle tickets that are being sold. And they're also having door prizes, a 50-50 silent auction, and so much more. You can buy your tickets by giving Barbara Thompson a call, 775-764-0681. Can't wait for that giveaway, $10,000. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. We'll see you back here tomorrow.